Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. The Chiefs' all-time leading rusher, Jamal Charles, on the carry. Officially no gain on the... too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. Thanks for... They come out here in the eye. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he takes it across. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. Challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. A first down carry here for Charles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that was textbook 3-4 defense. Normally the defensive line just eats up blocks. In this case, they ate up the blocks and still made the play against the running game. Really, really nice job.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Manning's Giants going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Manning now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then when he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
Manning will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And New York set to take the field. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Jonathan Babineaux's a defensive tackle, knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
They run again with Jennings. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And taken at the 46. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. He'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Devontae Freeman, he's now had back-to-back weeks with touchdown rushes after not having any in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Always liked him coming out of Florida State. I just wasn't sure he was a lead ball carrier. Boy, was I wrong about that, because he plays so hard in every aspect of the game, whether he's blocking, catching passes, running the football, you name it. Devontae Freeman's a heck of a player.
And he was a handful for Denver.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with Giants are going to get the football back. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys...
That's caught inside the 20. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Into the red zone now. Manning over the middle to Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. OBJ, the old Madden cover boy, he got in the end zone for the first time this past Sunday.
He's just such a tough matchup because of his speed, his agility, his ability to run downfield and uncover despite tight coverage and catch just about everything. You can devise whatever defense you want. He sometimes can find a way to beat it.
Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. They come out here in the eye. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jacob Tamme, 70 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. They'll begin the drive with Rashawn Jennings. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
absolute athlete, and he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010 15th overall pick. On second down, Ryan. It's caught left side, Tammy. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Bobby Rainey now to return it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Manning will try again on 2nd down. He's got time. He's going to try and go deep again. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Line now off the blue line.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. They rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. And they'll bring this one back to the 29. Look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Jennings. And another run. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 22 on that one. And the Giants will be set up with a first and goal. They come up in an offset eye. So now it's first and goal. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Rashad Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Brown on now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. He's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee and he'll stretch out the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call, because a one-play drive when you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance, maybe play action. I think they'll play action, show them that confidence in, and let them fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jones has him out. 6 yards. He can pick it up. Second down.
NXT tells all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wanted to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second down, Ryan giving it on the left side to Sanu. It's a pickup of 16 there to the lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, this one's zone coverage here. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
To not put you in zone, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone who pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards on the carry, and he's second down.
Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here. Ryan now off the bootleg. Caught on sight from Jones. And he
but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Second down, the offense in search of 6 yards. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. That is brought down. Nice pick up there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call explosive run. Give them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to pick and run. In this case, the offense is able to run successfully.
Given 14 yards that time, the flash shut it down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
On second down, here's Ryan. Incomplete on the right side, it's Tammy. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that one? He is into the end zone.
Oh, he was right there.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
Oh, goddamn quarter.
Successful catch and a completion of a play. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Boxer to kick it away. Let's field a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. Looks like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to...
God damn!
Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll return this ball across midfield.
You were wide open.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Now he's throwing it. This last quarter, he ate the whole clock up.
And no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
Shit.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. first and 10. It's Ryan. It's caught. Left side. Taylor. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves his sticks.
The coach has always talked about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye.
Freeman again.
Good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. On third down, Ryan. He's going to look deep down. It falls down incomplete.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. This is Harris. Stays on his feet. A terrific
Return there.
And the offense will come back onto the field for the first and 10. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Sideline and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about
that veteran leadership?
Big time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Now it's Jennings. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Eight yards to go here on second down. They come up in an offset eye. Jennings. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now a handoff here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is Jennings. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining.
In this fourth quarter.
They'll try to run now with Jennings. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Jennings in the final minute. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Let's play your game.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Atlanta now coming out on the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Yeah.
It's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take it
A great come from behind victory in this.
Never panic. 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 Never panic.
Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from...